Hey guys, DT Rockstar 1 here. Today we are looking at the General Motors Firebird 3 concept car. This is the last one of the Firebird series. There was Firebird 1, Firebird 2, and Firebird 3. And so this was seen at the 2018 Concours d'Elegance of America in Plymouth, Michigan. And this is one of the best. This is the 40th anniversary. It's one of the best ones that we've ever had. And we actually got to hear Firebird 3 start up its turbine engines and drive around, which was just absolutely phenomenal. Firebird 3 was designed by Norman James, which, interestingly enough, he went on to work for Lockheed later on, which is very appropriate because the car looks like a fighter jet. And you can't look at this car and not hear the Jetsons theme in your head when you're looking at it. It had a 225 horsepower gas turbine engine, and it also had a two-cylinder 10 horsepower engine that powered all of its other non-propulsion systems like the power steering and the air brakes and the adjusting suspension. And it also had things that we're seeing in cars today or coming up in cars soon. It had the automated driving mode, and it had cruise control. It just had all kinds of things that are starting to pop up in cars today. And this car is from 1958.
You probably also saw a chassis for this over there parked next to it, I believe, so you can see this one inside and out here, which is just fascinating.
I gotta tell you what a big deal this is to see and to hear age at the 50s of trying to see the viability of this.
All right, so now we're going to run back. We're going to say a special thank you to the 7 Stone Management and 7 Stone Mom. We're going to come out here. Our local fashion partner, John Monaco's Lilac Pop Studio and the Paper Dress Code. You can find a display.
The Firebird concepts were not Pontiacs. They were not Pontiac Firebirds. They were called the GM or General Motors Firebird 3. They just used the General Motors corporate badge. So this is not a Pontiac Firebird. Pontiac later took that name. And one interesting feature too is that this car did not have a steering wheel. It had a joystick, much like the stick on a fighter jet. So if you wanted to accelerate, you would move the stick forward. If you wanted to brake, you would move it back. And obviously, if you wanted to turn, you just turn the stick to the right or the left. And that's how you drove the car. It was pretty hard to have a conversation with the passenger in the car just because of the double bubble canopy that it had, and also because it was very noisy. The Firebird concepts were not meant to be put in production. The turbine was not practical for everyday use, but it was just an exercise in design and engineering to show what the cars were capable of and what kind of technology would be useful in everyday road cars. It was from the golden years of Harley Earl. He was the head of design at General Motors at the time, and some of the wildest car designs came out during the Harley Earl era. And to me, this car is properly outrageous. I think a lot of the cars today are trying too hard to look outrageous, and they end up looking like a hot mess. But you look at this thing, it still looks like it could come out today. It just looks fantastic. So I want to thank all the people from General Motors who helped me get this great footage. If you enjoyed this video, please give this video a thumbs up. It'll really help out a lot, and it'll help me get a lot more footage of great cars like this. So this is DT Rockstar 1. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.